Now to the conversation of the day, we're talking about youth empowerment amid economic challenges, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa, as well as around the world. And this time we have joining us all the way from California, United States of America, one of our own who is a successful diasporan. He is a medical director, medical practitioner. He is an owner of medical business. He's into agribusiness as well as into politics. He once vied for the office of the president under the People's Democratic Party. We have joining us at this time Dr. Anakwenze. You're welcome to Business Express at this time.
I have more than 5,000 doctors that I employ in America, my company, since I was 39 years old. So I have medical business, one of the biggest in America. In Nigeria, whenever I come, they talk about hunger. So I felt the best way for me to help Nigerian people is to start big farming. So we shouldn't be crying in a country with good land, and God has given us everything. So I bought 150 hectares, which is like takes like 3 miles to drive. People like me can't walk that far. So I have rivers, and we're planting, major planting. We plant rice, cassava, fruit, pineapple, vegetable, palm trees, coconut trees. All the things I do, I use young people to do it. That's why, like, I'm a champion for the youth. I train
talking
young.
about, yes, Dr. Anakwenze, talking about young people and you being the champion of the young people. Nigeria is a country with a population of about 200 million, and 70% of this population are under the age of 30, and about another 42% are said to be 20% said to be around 42% of that population, which is to say Nigeria is a country of young people who are innovative, who are also energetic. Can you tell us your experience with these young people, particularly not just the ones you're having in the United States of America, but for those you have engaged in Nigeria, working in your agribusiness and other medical outfit?
Yeah, I've had great experience with our people, but before I get there, I want you to know that the Nigerian people are very intelligent and they're very hardworking. It's just they are not well led. They are led by very corrupt politicians. I think Nigerian leaders win the award in the world of corruption. But Nigerian person is not the problem. That's the point I want to make. In America, a Nigerian-born person, they take the first 10% of America in education, sports, school, job. That's the truth. There's nothing wrong with you. But
Okay, at
there's
this point,
something wrong with our system
can you
of
tell us
government.
how many youth? Can you tell us how many youth are presently in your engagement, in your job profile, in your companies working at this point, particularly in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, I employ 200 youths. They run everything. I have bottling plant, have the best water in Nigeria. They run it 20 years, 40 years. Manager, marketing, drivers, they do everything for me. And they have been very honest to me. They don't steal because I pay them. I call how they work. You work, you chop is my motto. So you work, I pay you well. The more you work, the more I pay you. I pay by commission. So people working for me are very happy. They work from morning to night. They don't want to go home. They want to work Saturday, they want to work Sunday. It's all based on how you treat people. If you treat people well, they will work like a machine for you. So I have bottling plant, I have fishery, I have piggery, I have more than 2,000 pigs. I have bottling, I have poultry, and then I just bought the land, 4 miles of land, big land for them. And then I'm going to start agricultural school to train them for free and then
Okay,
give them
great.
job. I give I give 150 scholarships every year from secondary school to polytechnics to university. Even I have people in overseas, I pay for them to go to school. Particularly poor people, that's my focus, not rich people like you. People like widows who have children, her husband died. That's my specialty. I take the children, I train them, and I give the woman money to start selling onions, tomato, pepper, vegetables. I do it 300,000 every year. I do it in December. The churches all bring the poorest people in their midst, and then I sponsor them and I pay for all their school fees. And then when they finish, if they don't have job, I get them involved in what I do, or I help them get job.
Okay, now talking about scholarships, the Nigerian education system is fashioned in the way that you go to school, get a degree, and you begin to look for some white collar jobs. Whereas the world today is driven by skills, 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 more so of technology. So, in choosing these people that should benefit from scholarship from you, what is your target? Is it about industry or is it about the white collar job? And where do you think we should be going? Where do you think our monies should be put into going forward?
The Nigerian government should spend like a quarter of Nigerian money from oil and everything on the young people, on the youth. We should invest. That's our future. You know, when I break kola nut in Igbo and I pray to God, I say, may God help me raise my children so that the children can raise me when I'm old. Our children, that's the most important thing. There's nothing else that's important. Everything else follows. That's the only way we can catch up with the Oyibo people. They are going to moon, they are going to Mars, they are setting up base in Jupiter. And here we're talking about chop chop and tiff tiff. We really need to get serious. We need to give school fees free for young people, you know, to go to school. The government should pay for their school fees. Not everybody goes to university in America. Only 30% go to university, 25 to 30%. The rest, skill acquisition. We train them. Not everybody have to go and get PhD. You train them to learn how to do mechanic, electrical, plumbing, building houses, you know, to have trade. Trade is the key to be able to marry, feed your wife, or your wife get husband. That's the key. Everybody, the federal government, if they should not be focusing on giving everybody a job. It's a waste of time. It's private sector, private business. In America, most of the job, 90% is private business. The American government only hires army and post office and police. That's it. Nothing else. Everything is private. That's the only way we can make it. As long as you're saying government own this, government own that, it will be a failure. Nigerian government own iron and steel, it's a failure. Nigeria used to have shipping, failure. Nigeria used to have Nigerian Airways, failure. They used to have Nigerian refinery, they still have it, it's a failure. It can't give gas to Nigeria. Nigerian aluminum, failure. If it's private business, it will work. For example, Air Peace is successful. Innocent Motor is successful. Dangote is successful. You need to look for people like that, private people, encourage them to set up business and give jobs. The government job is to make rules and make policies and collect taxes, not creating jobs. You know, that's what I have to say. You know, we need to.
At this time, while that is yet to be realized, yet to be an actuality for us in the country as it is today, let's look at the Nigerian youth that is innovative, that is very intelligent, that is very resilient, wanting to go abroad, wanting to go to the United States of America to make better lives. Now immigration rules, the immigration policy in America is no longer friendly. What do you suggest the Nigerian innovative youth to do at this particular point in time, particularly that particular one that has got the mind of going outside the country to make the best of his talent?
Going outside is good. It helps improve your skills and you earn money that you send back to Nigeria. There's nothing wrong with people going outside. If a country is unfriendly, you look for other country. China is there, Europe is there. They are not unfriendly. Europe is not unfriendly. China is not unfriendly. You go other place. If somebody don't want you, if you're a man don't want you, you look for another man. Don't be focused on just America. That's because of the government we have in America. At this time, that will change. They change power. When they test, they don't like this government, they change. This government is not friendly, but use other people. Go to China, go to Europe. A lot of Nigerians are going to Canada. Canada is taking a lot of Nigerians now. So, but when you go train, you come back. You need a good base. For the best thing is for our own government to be good so that people want to come back. You know, we need good, honest government. That's what we don't have.
Okay, great. At this time, how unfriendly is the American government and how are Nigerians in America surviving at this time?
The government now is not friendly, but like I told you, it's not permanent. Most of the time, the Democratic Party is in power. They treat everybody nice. They give everybody opportunity. Someone like me, my father is a school teacher, can't afford to train me. But I came here, I got 10 A's, and they took over. They took over, they paid all my school fees. They gave me food, they gave me place to stay, they helped me get part-time job. This government is looking to cut everybody, not just outside, Americans too. They're trying to deport a lot of people, particularly the ones that are black or brown. They're afraid that the brown and black people are going to become majority of America, and they don't want that. The people who don't look black and brown don't want that. So all these things is they want to decrease your population. They don't want more of you coming because they're afraid you will take over.
Okay, great. Now, talking about the youth and empowerment, particularly using digital skills, where the world is going today is digital trade. We have efforts being made by the WTO, talking about the World Trade Organization. We have also the African Union trying to empower Nigerian and African youth in digital trade. We have the federal government through the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment also doing its own bit. From the private sector end, what do you think can also be done? That handshake, how can we get that handshake to happen to ensure that these efforts are consolidated for more of Nigerian youth to get skills in the digital space for them to promote their businesses, from the small garri seller to the shoemaker as well as the tech people?
Like I told you, the Nigerian person is very smart. Look at what the young people are doing with just cell phone. I buy computers whenever I come and I give to them. They perform miracles. We need to encourage them. The government needs to encourage them, like what I didn't finish saying. After giving scholarship and training and skill acquisition, you need to give them, they need to have like small business loan. In America, that's how I started my company. The government helps you get loan, you pay back. It's not, you don't chop with them, that. You pay the loan back, so they give it to the next young person. You need to give them loan to start buying their computers and buying the equipment they need to start their business. But they must pay the money back. If they don't pay back, the next child will not have the opportunity. We have the people. Like my company in agriculture, I have the university professors are the one running it. When they don't have to teach, they're not in the campus, they come and then what they're teaching in the class, they bring it to the farm. And then young people, a lot of young people are learning from them. We need to really focus on helping young people. Our people can learn fast. Whatever it takes money-wise, we can do it. We can bring people from outside, but a lot of Nigerians are highly trained now. You just need a friendly government that wants to encourage people of all tribes, of all religion. That's what I'm for. I don't like when somebody is empowered, they only give job to their tribe and their religious people. It's bigotry.
Now, Doctor, incidentally, the federal government have seen wisdom, particularly the federal government led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has seen the wisdom of encouraging Nigerian youth by empowering them with finances, not just to finish their school, but also to start the business under the platform of the NEL Fund. It is the NEL Fund that is ongoing and it's been disbursed. By the time you access this money as a young man, you're expected to grow this money and to get to pay back. What do you think Nigeria can learn from the American model to ensure that this money comes back to become more like a revolving fund so that the next youth, the next child that is going into being a youth will get to benefit from such monies?
Like, they helped me a lot. When I finished all my training, they come first of all to see you have the skills, you know what to do. I have my master's in business administration and master's in public health, as well as master as a doctor of medicine. First of all, if you learn about media, then the person have to show you that they know how to work the cameras. They know they have the place for the building, for the business. They have the staff. They come and inspect to see that you know what you need to know. What you're lacking is the fund to buy the cameras or the equipment. Then they will provide the money, but they don't walk away. They stay. They come every month or every 3 months. They will come and walk around to make sure you're in business. They ask how many people you're hiring. They talk to your staff. They are engaged, making sure you didn't take the money to go marry 10 wives or go take the money to be buying Mercedes. They come and then you pay. They make the interest rate very low. Like Nigeria might be 20%. They will make it like 1% loan. But you must pay back. If you don't pay back in America, they will come and carry your house. They will come and carry your car. They will carry everything you have. Here, if you don't pay, whatever you have, they will take, including your father's house. But that people pay in America. I pay. I've been paying, and it helped me. Somebody like me, my father is a school teacher. I don't have money, big drums of money left for me anyway. I have to be helped. and they paid my school fees. They paid for my doctor of medicine, my master's in business, my master in public health. They paid for it, and then they watch me, and then I hire 5,000 doctors now, and I'm providing medical services here and in Nigeria. So that's how it is.
What to be the impact if what you're suggesting today is being done in large scale? What would be the impact for the growth of Nigeria's economy in the near future, in short term and long term?
Nigeria will roar. We have intelligent people. Remember, China was nothing at 1949 when they came out. They had no education. They have nothing. They don't even have half of the natural resources that our Nigerians have. We have gold, diamond, silver, oil, gas. God gave us everything. God gave us land. Chinese land is not fertile like Nigeria. That's why they come and farm in Africa. But we have rain round the year. Without irrigation, God gave you rain round the year. What else do you want from God? You want to abuse God? So the impact will be great. Just encourage our children, give them support, and then tax them. I'm not saying just give them this. They will pay tax to the federal government. You get that back. And then they are the one that will create employment, like Google, like Facebook. They are owned by people. They were university when they put all those together. So you graduate students, then they come up with ideas and they get funding and then they become large. Most of the big companies now in America is run by Indians. India was very backward like Nigeria, but they have got themselves together. They are more serious than us. And they are serious with education and they're serious with business. Now, if you look, head of all the major American corporations are Indians. What is the difference between Nigeria and Indian person? Nothing. Just they're afraid of us because of corruption. American people wouldn't come to Nigeria to invest and you're asking them for 10%. They are not going to do it. And even if they do it, they'll go to prison in America. We need to get serious with ourselves. We should be the leader of black people in the world. We should be the one giving loans to black countries, African countries. We should be the one. They should be coming to Nigeria for university, higher education. We are the one. Nobody can do it. If we can't do it, the whole black race is finished. And we are able to do it. We're able to have 24 hours power. You have gas. You flare gas. That gas you flare, if you put it in turbine, it turns to water. You have electricity until Jesus Christ comes back. Forever and ever. We have coal. That's what Chinese use. We have coal. Doing nothing in any. Chinese use coal. South Africa use coal. Brazil use hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity in Brazil. We have rivers in Nigeria. You dam it. You dam the rivers. You have electricity. There's nobody should be talking about we don't have this, we don't have electricity. We should not be depending on Hakaiji Dam. Each region should have their own power system. Each region should have their own power system. We should not be depending on Hakaiji Dam. The gas of Nigeria you have is enough to provide electricity forever and ever until Jesus Christ comes back to this.
It is a clear fact from what you've said that Nigeria just needs a leap to becoming the greatest that it should be. Thank you very much, Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze, for sharing your thoughts with us at this point in time to ensure that Nigerian youth get empowered to grow the economy for Nigeria to become the great Nigeria that it should be. Thank you for your thoughts at this time.